Good morning. Woo. Gotta catch my footing first thing here in the morning. Wet night last night, obviously ended in about 3 or 4 hours of rain. We wound up eating in the tent, not getting out until after the rain stopped to go to the bathroom. And there's supposed to be more rain in the forecast for today, although I am hoping that it is wrong, because I would really like to not be rained on today. I'm starting off in my raincoat. 2 reasons. Number 1, I wanted to dry, and number 2, I'm providing a shield between me and my very wet backpack. So it's trying to, the inside of my raincoat's dry, so it's protecting me from getting my clothes wet, which is important to me right now. Great little camp spot. Had that view. Even though we didn't get to enjoy it last night, I did get to enjoy it this morning as I was getting everything ready and packing up. Alright, since we had to stop short yesterday, I'm hoping to get in some bigger miles today and see if we can't make up for some of the miles that we missed yesterday. Probably stopped about 3 miles short of where I wanted to yesterday because the rain just started to get too heavy and it wasn't worth it being completely soaking wet and cold, which I'm not now. I had dry clothes, so as soon as we get a chance today, if it gets warm enough, we'll stop and kind of set everything out and let it dry off. Stopped here at Razor's Creek to shed the jacket and the gloves, and this is the reason why we had to stop at the lake yesterday. This is all Razor's Creek is, and that's after a, I don't know, 3-hour, 4-hour rainstorm last night. There's still no flow. It's just puddles right here. So thankfully we did do the lake trip to make sure that we have enough water to get us to the road, which should be about, I think, another 10 miles. All right, we stopped here for a little tent drying party. We have a little bit of wind and we have the sun right now, so we're going to take advantage of this because it may rain again this afternoon, and the last thing in the world I want to do is climb into a wet tent from the night before. So if I can get this thing dried out pretty decent, that will go a long ways in our being comfortable when we get to camp. So we're going to rest here and let this thing dry out. right, we are about 5 miles into the day. It's about 10:30. We got on trail about 8:30. Packing up wet is a slow process, I tell you. But I'm hoping to make 20 today. We haven't made 20 in a while. Leo's doing absolutely great, and we don't have any big climbs or major elevation today, so we'll see how it goes. But the miles are already cruising. Even the little bit of uphill that we did, we crushed it. Not that I'm trying to go fast, but it just, in the mornings, my legs are fresh and I'm able to cruise a little bit more. I got the tent dried out, so that makes me feel good, knowing that even if it does rain this afternoon, at least I got a dry tent to climb into. At lunch, hopefully we still have sunshine. I'll go ahead and pull the rest of the stuff out of my bag, like the clothes that got wet yesterday, and set those out and see if I can't get those to dry. I got my towel on the back of the pack, trying to get it dry as well. And I mean, overall, I feel like most everything is dry. My sleep system's fine, no wetness there, so I'm not worried about that. But I'd like to get those wet clothes not sit in the bottom of my bag for 4 days. That'll get pretty nasty, stinky. So I'm gonna pull those out at lunch. All right, we're gonna keep on pushing, see how far we get. All right, just made it to the top of another climb. I'm sweating pretty bad from it, but that hill was like Raspberry Hill, the going up and down over the last one from the last break. If I would have stopped and foraged, I could have like gathered bushels of raspberries. It was a lot of raspberries. I even got a pocket full of rose hips, and I'm gonna make some rose hip tea later. But this storm is blowing all around us. I don't know if it's gonna get us or not, but I hate being in this like dead tree forest. You see, most of these trees are not alive, so it's a little scary when the wind's blowing like this, because you can see their fall all around us, but there's nothing we can do but just try to push through. Looks like it's blowing over right now, so this 5-minute break might be good, because it was a little darker over there where I'm heading, and now it seems to be pushing through the mountains in that direction. So we're gonna just take a few more minutes here. Leo got some water, I got some water. We're getting close to the road where we can have good water sources from then on again, not have to worry about big long stretches of water or anything, any big water carries. I don't think. I gotta look at the map. I haven't looked that far ahead. Almost 10 miles into the day. We're having a little bit of a hiker yard sale right now. I'm gonna go ahead and have lunch here and figure I'd spread my stuff out and take advantage of the sun and wind right here in this little area before we push on the rest of the day. So we're gonna sit here, enjoy our lunch, pack's unloaded, everything's dry now, and we're gonna just take our break now and then we'll push on. My tortillas fell apart. I can't make my tacos. Leo, get over here. I got a new plan. I'm gonna open up the bowl and I'm gonna put the taco shells inside of that and make it like a little taco salad. It's the only way I can do it. These are not the normal tortillas that I've been carrying the rest of the trip. Those don't fall apart. These are the extra ones that my wife had at the house that I went ahead and grabbed and threw in this long stretched bag. I should have just stuck with the tortillas that I was using, but that's fine. We'll make it work. All right, It's a walking taco now. I guess his back itches. Silly dog. That was a fantastic little lunch break. Now we got about a 2-mile road walk down this dirt road to get to a paved road before we get back on trail. So this takes us down to a paved road, and then I think we'll walk through the paved road for just a minute, and then we'll be back on trail. So alright, we just stopped for a quick pack off break here. We got one more break probably before we make it to camp. It's about 3:45. If we make it to where I'm planning on making it to this evening, it's going to be a 21-mile day. It's nice and graded though, not much elevation, so we've been able to move really fast. It's been kind of nice, except for the sun, and some of those exposed sections were pretty hot, but we got through it. We're back in the trees now, resting up, and then we're gonna make the final push into finding camp. Lose Creek is where we're heading. A little spot called Lose Creek. So hopefully we get there, no issues. I mean, I think we have to get there because that's the next water source. There is no water between here and there, so really don't have a choice. We'll make it tonight. Alright, we've been walking on a road that seems like forever. First it was a forest road, then it dumped out onto this road. It is still the trail. We still got some views. We're about a little more than 2 miles from camp. The weather is still threatening us a little bit. I'm hoping that it holds off long enough for us to at least set up the tent and get in without getting rained on. That'd be nice. Alright, we got less than a mile, and I'm trying to beat that before I get to camp. I don't know if it's moving this direction or not, but I definitely don't want to be setting up in it, and I don't want to get soaked right before I get there. So, trying to push the pace a little bit, walk a little faster. Well, the rain got us right at the last second. It was sprinkling when I was setting up the tent, but I just finished it up. Now my back's wet, but it's okay. We got here safely. Now I got to get everything set up. Leo's waiting patiently in the vestibule until I get him in the tent. So I can get everything set up now. Alright guys, looks like we're stuck in the tent for the rest of the night. So 21.3 miles today. We did a good job. Leo's feeling good. He just got done eating. I'm waiting for my ramen to finish. So we're going to call it a night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.